What's up guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're just joining us, you're welcome. My name is Imo King. I'm a videographer / video editor. Today we're going to be doing the introduction of video editing proper using Adobe Premiere Pro. So if you're new to my channel, I've created a masterclass on Adobe Premiere Pro, so you might want to watch those videos before you watch this tutorial. I'll drop the link to the masterclass down in the description below. So you'll notice right here that I've created some folders here. I've created an A roll, a B-roll, and a music folder. This is quite easy to do. All you need to do is to come to this folder right here and click it just once. You can change the name to whatever you want it to be. You can call this graphics, and you have your folder. So we have 4 folders here right now. The reason why it's important to have folders is that it helps you organize your files. I've created a course on how to organize your clips using folders, so you might want to watch that tutorial. I'll also leave that video in the description below. So right now what I want to do now is to import my videos into the folder. So I'll go to the folder where I have the clips I'll need. So I have my A roll. I'll drag my A roll down into my A roll folder and drop it there. So now if I should select this, you will see that I have this video inside my A roll. So the next thing I want to do is to bring in my B rolls. So I'll go back to that folder. So I'll just drag them over. Automatically, if I select the folder, you'll see that inside my B-roll, I have these images inside the B-roll section. So I can close this folder now, over like this. So graphics, I don't really need this. I just created this so you could know how I did it. So I have a music folder here. So I'll just go back to this folder and select my music file and drag it into my music folder. Okay, so the next thing I want to do right now is to create my sequence. So I'll create my sequence using a video from my A roll. So what I'll do is basically, which is the easiest way, is just to drag this video and drop it on my timeline, or drag it into this dog-eyed folder over here. So I'll just drag it here. So automatically I've created my sequence here. It's advisable that before you drop your files, your videos in your timeline, you preview it on your source monitor here, and then you mark out the areas where you do not need. Also notice that the moment I dropped this video over here, it automatically created a sequence here using the video that I created. So you would notice that a green thumbnail popped up here. If you remember, I dropped only one file in my A roll folder, but now you can see that there is a sequence here also. That's because I created a sequence using this video here. It's easy to remember your sequence with the green icon. Easy to remember images with pink icons. So now I have my video here. So now I'm going to play this clip now. Yeah. So there's a mistake somewhere here, so I'm just going to mark in and out points. Okay. So there's a mistake here. I'll drag it over to where I think everything. Okay, you can see she was laughing over here. So I think we started from here. Okay, so take it few seconds. I'm using this arrow here to take it 1 frame to the left. You can use this arrow to take it 1 frame to the right. So I'm taking it back. So now to mark in points, I'll click on this left bracket here, and automatically you will notice that it has selected an in point for me. So I can take it to where I need it to end, where I think she has finished speaking. So I can mark the out points over here. To take it back to my in point, all I need to do is to click on this left arrow that is pointing the left bracket. So now you will notice it automatically took it to the beginning of my marked point. Now if I press play, you will notice that it is starting from where I want it to start, and it's going to end where I want it to end. Alright guys, so now the next one to look at is how to import it from the source monitor into our timeline, from this panel over here into our timeline over here. Now there are different ways, and it depends on what you're trying to achieve. If I'm trying to drag in both the video and the audio, I would hold on to the picture and drag it over here, and you would notice that it brought in only the selected portion that I wanted. If I play it here, you can see it selected only the portion that I wanted. But if, for example, I wanted to drag in only the video, I'm going to select this video thumbnail over here and drag it. You will notice that it brought in only the video portion. And if I want to bring in the audio portion, I'm going to select this wavelength and drag it directly under my video file here. It's very important that you have this magnet snap in timeline here toggled on. You have to press it to turn to blue. If it's not blue, that means it's not activated. Press blue. What it does is, if you drag a clip close to another clip, it snaps. But if I have this off and I'm trying to align my clips while editing, it's going to go over each other. So I advise you have this snap in timeline on all the time. If you want to trim your videos within your timeline here, you can do that by moving this to the portion where you want it to be. I'll just wait for this arrowhead to turn to this red icon, then I'll just drag it and it will snap exactly where I want it to start. And I can just come here, select this empty portion, right click it and hit repo delete. Automatically it takes off the space in between. So now I want to delete these two clips. I'll just right click and then I can just select this portion and repo delete. Don't worry guys, I'm going to teach you more advanced techniques, but this is the part 1. We're going to be doing a more intense course. Let me allow this sound now so we can hear what our video looks like.
It is a common belief that the average Nigerian youth has been programmed not to succeed because of the bad governance systems, the poor infrastructure.
Okay.
It is a common belief that the average Nigerian youth has been
Okay. So she said the Nigerian youth
infrastructure and the unstable economy. The Adobe Constitution
sucks. So I can just let it go. Bad government. Okay, she said bad government system. I could hit M here to mark here to add markers. Let me just move this up. So we have system, poor infrastructure. If you want to place markers on these time sections here, you select this panel here. So when I hit M, you automatically notice that I've placed another marker here. But if I want to place markers on the track itself, what I'll do is I'll select this timeline panel over here and then I'll hit M. So you'll notice that I've placed the marker on my track, but I don't want to do that. I've already placed this here, so I'll just hit Ctrl Z. Unstable economy, hit M once more. So I've placed 3 tracks.
But you can still try and debunk myths and stereotypes if you depend on the Adobe Constitution and you receive your teachings from the greatest teacher and mentor, which is Jesus Christ. Don't miss this year's Empowered.
So she said, don't miss this year's Empowered conference. So I'll add another marker there and hit play. So the theme is add another marker there. So what this does is it helps us know where to drop our graphics or our videos that make up our B-rolls. Okay, bye. She said bye, so I'll just drag this to the end. I don't want it to exceed. I want it to end exactly where she said bye. Okay, so I'll go back to the beginning. I'll just hit on this, go into shift, and I have that recorded. So now it's going to be easier for me to bring in my B-rolls and drop it exactly upon my clips because I've placed these markers. These markers make it very easy for me to just drag and drop my file. So I'm going to move now directly to my B-rolls. You can turn this from this list view to the thumbnail view. So where she said bad governing system, I want to drag this and drop it directly. You will notice it snapped automatically with this marker over here. Okay, so we have this clip, but the image is not the same frame size with the sequence we created. So what I'll do is I'll select the image, right click and click scale to frame size. So you'll notice that it has automatically scaled, but I can still see by the right and by the left some segments that are not yet properly aligned. So you come over to this effect control here. Don't worry, we're going to talk about this. This is a very intense course, but for now all I want to do is I want to scale this. So I could just go to scale and increase the size from 100 to, let's see, 105. Okay, 102 has got it. So I'll move this excess to end exactly where that marker ended. So the next thing she said was poor infrastructure. So I'll look for something that shows poor infrastructure. So I have a bad road here. I'll do the same thing, scale to frame size, then come over to effect control and increase the size. Okay, then I'll snap it with the next marker, and then unstable economic system. Okay, I may look for something that shows this. Then I'll scale it, set scale to frame size, scale it to end where I then increase the okay. So we have that. Then here she said this year's empowered conference. So I'll look for the graphics that represent that empowered conference and drop it exactly where that marker is and drag it to this point. Okay, then I'll scale it to frame size. But you don't need to scale to frame size if it automatically aligns with your clip. The reason why I'm doing this is because this graphic doesn't align with my clip. So you would notice here that I have some portions above and below that doesn't automatically align with it. So I'll just come over to this portion and increase the scale. So she said this year's empowered conference.
Who made this year's Empowered Conference?
Okay. So she's talking about the theme of the conference now. I'll drag in a graphics. I should have a graphic that talks about it. Okay, I have another one, Jesus. This one is more bold. Let me just drop it here directly. Not proper, but so she's saying Jesus. So I'm going to scale this to where they're talking about the theme, just the theme, increase it to 277, and then take this down. So I'm using this position, increase the value so that it shows the theme. So let me just increase this so I can completely take out the head over there. So the theme is Jesus, his life, his principles. Then I reduce this to exactly where she ended this.
Life and principles.
Okay, take it down there. So
I would love to see you there. Tell your friends, tell your colleagues, tell your relatives, even tell your enemies, because if they are doing well, they'll stop disturbing you. I can't wait to see you there.
okay, that looks nice. And the next thing I want to do is add a logo so it looks like a proper so if you want, maybe you are speaking on behalf of a company like GT Bank or First Bank or your brand, maybe you're a designer, you may want to put your own graphics. So you will notice that churches do that. So I'm going to drag the logo above the other timeline. So so the logo is actually wider. So I'll come back to my effects control here and scale it downward. Then the next thing I want to do, okay, let me scale it downward even further since it's a logo. Then I want to change the value, the Y value, lift it higher, and then take it to It could be any portion, but I'm just taking it to this portion. So yeah. Yeah, so let's say you want the logo to start and end, to start from the beginning of the clip and reach the end of the clip. What you do is you come over here, wait for your arrow to turn to this symbol, then drag it to the end of the clip. The last thing I would like to do is to add a music to the background. So I'll just click this arrow that points up to go back. I'll go to my music folder here, select my music and drop it. So if I play this now, okay, so the music is higher than the main video. So we're going to select the audio. You'll find this, so you can reduce it to -25. Let me,
But you can still try and debunk myths and stereotypes if you depend.
the next thing I want to do is I want to reduce the length of this audio. So I'll just drag it to end exactly where this clip is. So basically, guys, that's the basics of video editing in Adobe Premiere Pro.
And it is a common belief that the average Nigerian youth has been programmed to succeed. Because of the bad government systems, the poor infrastructure, and the unstable economic system. But you can still thrive and debunk myths and stereotypes if you depend on the heavenly constitution.
All right, guys, it looks okay.
Greatest teacher and mentor, which is Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Don't miss this year's Empowered Conference, which is named Jesus with His Life and His Principles. I would love to see you there. Tell your friends, tell your colleagues,
Okay.
even tell your enemies, because we are doing well in study. I can't wait to see you there.
So basically, guys, that's the part one of introduction to video editing using Adobe Premiere Pro. This is basically a very long masterclass. We have a long way to go. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not already done that, and drop your feedbacks in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you liked this tutorial. Thank you.